It probably helps that I'm taller, huh?
You're both kind of sweaty and your hair's the same color.
Has adjusted to the same as Brett's.
So what are the differences now in the way he's with you,
Sorry, bud.
the way you feel about him?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
What's the difference?
From
I
when he
think we're
came
both
out.
more calm. I'm definitely not as nervous, and he's definitely not as nervous. So.
Just in a great big sort of macro slice, how would you have felt about approaching him like this when he first came into the arena or when you first came in?
Would not. I would have been very hesitant. I think if she had said, "You can do that, it's okay," I probably would trust her experience. But
Aren't you glad I didn't, though?
yeah.
There was a reason I didn't.
Yeah.
So in that scenario, again, back to the kid with his chest out,
Uh-huh.
if you tried to counsel him or control him, be in charge of him,
Uh-huh.
when he was feeling like that, how does that work?
Probably wouldn't listen very well.
Yeah, and it would be a dangerous situation, tense and, yeah, bad energy. So there's got to be some work you can do with a kid like that so that you're both on the same page.
A little licking and chewing.
Would do this in your,
Say that again.
in what you just went through, how would you put this scenario into your classroom?
How would I put this scenario, me being a teacher and this being a student, or?
Or even the student coming up to you and saying, I just did a join up and, you know, I want to know more of what we could do in your classroom. What do you see it in your,
How-
just like building this rapport,
Yeah.
okay? And then taking your expertise beyond with what Yeehaw is doing here.
Well, once you have this kind of a relationship with a student, it's definitely much easier to teach.
Plus, like,
It's more of a
look at your
mutualistic
mathematics in
relationship.
here.
Very nice.
Very
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yep.
If the kid is in your pocket like this, he's curious about you. You have now become a partner to him, a real person. If I were the kid with his chest out and having the problem, but he's not grooming you. He's just accepted you as
Yeah.
something live, something to be considered, something to be trusted,
Yeah.
a curious object, instead of, man, I got to go to school and I hate school.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I hate math. I'm not good at it.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to use it for.
Teacher's
Yeah.
boring. I really like that. Teacher's boring.
And when when he's done the join up, you just did that, you know, well, let's do a math together, you know?
Yeah.
Talk about the dynamics in here, you know, the dimensions and all that. You can just,
If that
Dovetail
kid
that.
gets to come here and do this, you have a dialogue to share, and you both come from common ground.
And another area that Karen's moving towards is, could you talk about how to determine the area of an oval? You know, when they've had this experience, or they've even seen you, you know, on this tape doing this experience, then do you think you might be able to engage them a little more, actually doing some math, maybe with speed and
Sure, 'cause you
motion
can
and,
relate it to something that they've seen or know
Yeah,
about.
yep,
They've
yeah.
had that experience.
We have an exercise that we do called line driving, and with the horse, we put a bridle on them with the bit in their mouth, saddle,
just can't
lines,
stop filming
long
this, it's
lines
so
go
gnarly.
from their mouth through the stirrups and to our hands, so that we have a line on each side, and we round pen them, we work them, but with lines, so that they have to accept a lot more pressure from us, a lot more guidance, they have a lot less freedom.
Uh-huh.
And we do that with the kids. They just hold on to two ropes, and so that their hands act as the horse's mouth, and then we drive them around here. And we really like to let them make all the mistakes that they want to. We don't talk, we don't teach them, we just let them go out there just like a horse would, with a total lack of the ability to communicate. because the horses can't ask questions verbally and have the answer and understand that. They just come out here and they have different personalities.